Right now, if I said Industry 4.0 to you, would you know what I was talking about? I think I'd forgive you if you didn't, because I've had to do a bit of research this morning to find out a bit more about it. Apparently, the latest trend in industry, all about digitization and these phrases you might have heard, like the Internet of Things. Some people are calling it the fourth industrial revolution. Well, David Graham is heavily involved with that side of things. In fact, he's founded a company called Industry 4, based in Bournemouth, and he joins me in the studio as our Dorset Lives guest. David, good morning.
Good morning.
Industry 4.0, the notion is what?
It's trying to create more flexible manufacturing. It was created mainly from the German government and German industry. They're very good at looking after their own industries.
Mm-hmm.
VW Group is the second largest car company, and the automotive industry is basically homed in Germany. So they kicked off that about 4 years ago. Now, coming on 4 years, now we're in Brexit and Trump era. So now the entire world is listening.
And this idea then that there have been 3 stages so far of an industrial revolution. We had industrialization, which was the typical industrial revolution. Then mechanization, the kind of the production line process. Then the bit of the internet getting involved in things. And this new Internet 4.0 brings all those things together, takes a human element out of it, and well, from what I read, it all sounds very futuristic.
It's kind of forked, to be fair. There is a human element to it. It's trying to make humans more efficient because they are the cost now. Mm-hmm. If you're going to scale up and down factories around the world, you're going to have to think about the cost of humans. Yeah. There's also, as you say, the sort of smarter systems right at the top of the manufacturing process, and that is kind of a longer scale. But at the moment, we can just make humans more efficient.
And where would we be with this in the UK? Because we often hear that the driver of this seems to be manufacturing. We often hear that manufacturing in the UK is on its uppers. It's not, we don't make things anymore. We sell services. Can manufacturing survive on account of something like this idea?
Well, it's all about price. I mean, to take away inefficiencies is all about when customers don't want to pay for that inefficiency. So making manufacturing flexible, it is actually about onshoring. It's about bringing manufacturing back. It's about having systems that will manufacture products, but also having high-skilled technicians that come in and create those solutions in the first place. So you're not going to be losing jobs, and you're going to be creating jobs. And ideally, the manufacturing will be more automated.
Well, and I guess it makes sense, doesn't it? If we think about the times when we hear about manufacturing going overseas, it's because the cost of manpower, by and large, is more expensive here in the UK. And if you can, it sort of sounds a bit sad to say, but if you can take the cost of humans out of the cost of manufacturing as far as possible, then there's no reason why we can't compete with the BRICS countries or places where manpower is considerably cheaper.
Indeed, yeah. And the jobs we will create will be the technical jobs and the solution providers, and that is what this company is based upon.
Well, I was going to say, so we talk an awful lot about how Bournemouth seems to have cut itself a niche recently with its software development and its work on those kinds of fronts. With Industry 4, your company, you're trying to do something similar for manufacturing
I'm trying to link the sort of web developer community of Bournemouth with the software engineer community of the industrial landscape. When someone graduates out of university today, the likelihood is they're going to be drawn in to the glossy environments of digital agencies. Mm-hmm. And that's where the talent is today. It's based upon web technologies. And that's because most of the businesses today need some sort of web and online and app development sort of portfolio. And quite often companies say, this is not our bag, so they go to an agency to do it for them. So that world has grown. And the old, well, where I come from, the software engineering sort of conservative landscape has kind of stayed the same size, really. So what we saw is trying to link up the two, having a web front end to be able to remotely monitor machinery, but also give the existing software developers the tools to sort of link up the two.
It's interesting stuff. Appreciate you coming in to talk about it this morning.
No problem.
David Graham there, the co-founder of the company Industry 4, based in Bournemouth, our Dorset Lives guest this Friday morning.
BBC Radio Solent.